Welcome back, everybody. Today we're doing a deep dive on Morris Brown.
Oh, wow.
And his Hang with the Girls children's books. And we've got articles, we've got some background on Brown, and this guy's resume is...
It's wild.
Fascinating.
A South Side Chicago upbringing to a football scholarship and then almost break into the music industry.
Yeah, there's a Michael Jackson connection in there.
Yeah.
A film career, teaching at UCLA.
It's like he collected experiences.
And now he's writing these heartwarming children's books. And it's like,
right.
How does a life like that?
Well, how does that translate into writing for kids? Well, this Hang Out with the Girls series is described as a collection of 11 standalone books.
Oh, wow.
Each of them is an adventure with his daughters exploring parks in Southern California.
So I've got the source material right here, and just reading the titles, I'm already feeling nostalgic. A Day in the Park with My Two Kids, The Down Park, Pushing Isaiah, The Boy by Himself Park.
These titles just scream childhood.
Yeah.
Simple adventures.
Yeah, and that standalone format is pretty clever, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Imagine being a kid and you can just pick and choose.
Yes, pick one.
Your adventure, you don't have to commit to, a massive multi-book saga.
Exactly.
And the titles, they really do evoke those universal childhood joys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Playing in the park, just hanging out with family, it seems like Brown is tapping into something that we all...
Like a shared experience.
Yeah, like we all treasure from our own childhoods.
Definitely. But there's also this personal layer to it, because the source material mentions that these stories are directly inspired by his own experiences with his daughters.
Oh, wow.
So like exploring these picturesque parks together, creating these lasting memories.
It makes you want to grab your kids and head to the nearest park.
Get out there.
Yeah. And it's not just made up stories. It's a glimpse into...
the real family.
Yeah, real families bond.
Yeah, and I think that personal touch probably adds a layer of authenticity to the writing.
Yeah.
Knowing that these adventures are rooted in real life, in a father's love for his children, could really resonate with readers.
Oh, for sure, both young and old.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the adventures themselves. The source material emphasizes laughter, joy, and cherished memories. It sounds like Brown is going for a very...
heartwarming, feel-good.
Yeah, feel-good vibe.
Which honestly isn't a bad thing.
No.
Especially these days.
In a world that can sometimes feel overwhelming.
Especially for children.
Oh, totally.
A little dose of positivity and simple joys, I think that's more than welcome.
I completely agree. I mean, we've talked about Brown's fascinating background, and now we're seeing how it's infused into these heartwarming children's books. But here's what I find really interesting. His path to becoming a children's author is anything but typical.
It's not a straight line.
Football star, a music producer, filmmaker, teacher, corporate world, and now this.
Yeah, it's not the usual path. It's really interesting. It makes you wonder what led him to write these books. Maybe it is like a legacy thing,
Right.
Touchdown is fleeting, a hit song fades.
Yeah.
But a book...
that book can last.
Can impact generations.
Yeah, that's true. And all of those experiences probably give him such a unique well of inspiration to pull from.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, imagine, the rhythm of his musical background finding its way into the pacing of a story, or the visual storytelling skills from his film career, like shaping how he describes a park scene.
Well, and, speaking of that, the source material did highlight the picturesque parks quite a bit.
It did.
It makes me wonder if the books themselves are visually driven.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe that's part of their appeal.
Yeah, especially for younger readers.
Especially for younger readers who might be drawn to more vibrant imagery.
Yeah, it's like those experiences become a secret ingredient in his writing, adding this depth that even young readers might pick up on subconsciously.
Subconsciously.
Yeah.
And, this ties into something we're seeing a lot more of these days, and that's the rise of encore careers.
Oh, yeah.
More and more people, just like Brown, are reinventing themselves later in life, pursuing these passions they put on hold for years.
Yeah, it's like society is shifting away from this idea of
one path.
Yeah, like a linear career.
Straight line.
And there's this growing recognition that people can evolve and explore different avenues throughout their lives.
Absolutely. And, I mean, Brown's story is a perfect example of that.
He is.
You can't just box him in as, he's a former football player or a filmmaker turned author. It's all of these things.
It's all of it.
Coming together to create something totally new and unexpected.
Yeah, and I wonder about the impact these books could have on young minds,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, beyond just the entertainment value, could they be sparking a love of nature or fostering a sense of family connection?
Those are really good questions.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say, though, that stories have the power to shape how we see the world.
Yeah.
And in Brown's case, he's offering a perspective that celebrates simple joys, family bonds, and the wonder of exploring, just your own backyard.
Yeah, it's like he's saying, hey, adventure doesn't have to be
This big, huge thing.
Yeah, this grand exotic thing. It can be as simple as spending an afternoon in the park with your loved ones.
Exactly. And that is a powerful message for kids, especially kids who are constantly bombarded with messages about what they should be doing, achieving, or buying.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really refreshing message.
I think so too, and maybe even an inspiring one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, Brown's story is proof that it's never too late to chase your dreams no matter how many twists and turns life throws your way.
You got that right. It's about embracing change, exploring new horizons, and finding fulfillment in sometimes totally unexpected places.
So we've explored Morris Brown's incredible life and how it's come full circle with these heartwarming children's books. But here's something to think about as you consider picking up a copy of Hanging with the Girls for your kids, or maybe even for yourself.
Yeah.
How much of Morris Brown is in these stories?
Oh, that's a good question.
Can you feel like the echoes of his own life in those park adventures?
Maybe it's like a playful turn of phrase in the dialogue that kind of echoes a song lyric,
Oh.
or a, really vivid description of a park scene that hints at
His filmmaker's eye.
his background. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's something a little less tangible, like a certain energy, a rhythm to the storytelling that reflects all these different experiences he's had.
Yeah, it's like all those experiences become a secret ingredient, adding this depth and richness to these seemingly simple stories,
Right.
And who knows, maybe those hidden layers are what makes them so captivating for young readers, I'm picturing a child curled up with one of these books, completely absorbed in this adventure, while subconsciously soaking up these little nuggets of wisdom from Brown's life.
It's a beautiful image. It speaks to the idea that stories can work on these multiple levels. On the surface, you've got a fun adventure, but underneath there, you might find these subtle themes of resilience, perseverance, or the importance of following your passions.
Right.
All things that Brown has embodied throughout his life.
Yeah, like he's subtly weaving in life lessons without ever being preachy or,
Yeah.
didactic.
Exactly. Just letting the stories themselves do the talking.
Yeah.
And, that approach can be so much more effective, especially for young readers who are just starting to form their own worldview.
Absolutely. And it also highlights how interconnected all of our experiences are.
Yeah.
Brown's story is really a testament to the fact that our past doesn't define us.
Right.
But it shapes us, it informs our present, and it influences how we interact with the world.
I like that.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, we want to leave you with one final thought.
Okay.
Something to ponder as you go about your day, maybe as you're walking through a park yourself. Think about your own journey.
Okay.
What experiences have shaped you?
That's a good question.
What hidden layers might you be weaving into your own life story?
And how might those experiences, even the detours, be contributing to the unique tapestry of your life?
We hope this deep dive into the world of Morris Brown and Hangin' with the Girls has sparked some of those reflections. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.